Alright guys, how's it going? I hope you're doing very well. Now I covered the random colour node, and this is good for basically giving a random colour to an instance, scattering object, whatever. And I've set up a very basic scene here. So I have a plane with a particle system, and as you can see I'm generating 100 particles on this. So I'm going to go quickly back to the material. So there's two nodes that I forgot to mention, and this is the instance highlight node and the instance range node. They pretty much work how you'd think they're going to work. The instance highlight will go through the range of the instance IDs. So as you can see, I have the highlight color set as orange, which is technically this one, and the regular color set as black. And if I go up and down the instance range, or the instance IDs, you can see I can do something nice like putting lights on a ship or something like that. So I'll leave it to your imagination what this can be used for. But I just want to highlight one thing, excuse the pun. If I go to instance ID 0, you'll notice that the source object shares the same instance ID. And that's because it basically sees the particles and it thinks, okay, this is technically number 1, even though it's 0 in the range. So if I go to 99, it'll do the very last one. And if I go to 100, it should in theory go black, like so. So just be very careful of that. You can obviously hide the source object, so you can just basically do this and cheat. So that is the instance highlight. Now keep in mind, we can also add in things like procedural effects. It doesn't necessarily need to be an RGB color. So let's put this into a procedural combustion, and we can just quickly do stuff like this. Very cool. And obviously swap colors, I'll invert it. So the next node I want to take a look at is the instance range node. So let me just quickly put this into albedo. Basically what this does, I believe, is it sets a value from 0 to 1, or black and white, and it works on a grayscale value of how many instances that you have. So as you can see here, I've set it to 99, 0 being 0 obviously. And these all have a slightly different value. It's pretty hard to see here in the render viewport, but if I grab the dropper tool, these are all just a little bit different, and it's quite a good way to do instancing. Or it's a good way to basically say how many instances are in the scene, and then you can pipe different textures into it and stuff like this. So as you can see, if you set the maximum ID to 1, it just does black to white. So obviously when we go to 100, or 99 in our case, so black's probably here and white will be probably here somewhere. So again, you can combine this with a gradient. It might be very difficult to see because of the values, but even if you just grab something like a spectrum, and I'll just put this into the wavelength. There you go. It's a very quick way to give an individual instance slightly different value. It can be used for masking, whatever. Anyway, that's pretty much the two nodes I wanted to show you. That's the instance highlight node and the instance range node. Anyway, you know what to do. Take care.